Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I am so excited because we're playing with the Viseart Cashmere Charmeuse. I feel like that's wrong. I'm almost positive that's the wrong word, but there we are. It's by Viseart. Now, I have the original Cashmere also. And I don't know about this one. And I hate to say that because I love Viseart. Like, I really, really do. So, let's get started first. First, I'm wearing the La Mer foundation. For concealer, I am wearing Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in 4. 4. I set with Pat McGrath under the eyes. The little black thing. The this Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in light. That one. For blush, I pulled this out. I forgot I had this, y'all. Kiss of a Rose. The Gen Nude Bronzers. Or Blonzers. I'm sorry, Blonzers. And then my Goddess, Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder in 02. I forgot about these. I love these. I really do. I adore them. And then highlighter is the Huda Beauty palette again. But this time I decided to go for this shade right here, the second shade. So usually I wear that first one, but I decided to go for that one today, and I like it. It's pretty. I don't know necessarily if it goes with this, but there's that. So today the palette looks like this. This is your color story. And then the packaging is cute. It's simple. It's elegant, you know, easy to use. Again, that's magnetic. All Viseart palettes are. I just don't know what I think about this one. Let's get started. So the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. The thing is that I don't think it has a lot of I don't want to say light because there's not really any light, or there's not a lot of depth in this palette, I suppose, in the color story, in the way that I would usually do my makeup, you know what I mean? And when you compare it next to the original Cashmere, I have to say, I really do like the original one better. Let me take that off, actually, the lid. Because it's bouncing the light off. Shoot. Alright. So this is the new one. And this is the original. And I like the original one, I think, better. I really do. I don't know why. I guess because the color story makes more sense, maybe. I don't know. I really don't. But there's just something about the original one I like. And I like this one, but not as much. So, if I had to say, I don't understand this one, is the point. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, I understood the violet. I did. But this one I'm just not so sure on. And I do think that the two palettes would work well together. Like, if you have the first one, I do think this would pair well with it. But if I had to choose, like, which palette I'm going to work out of, I'm going to choose the Cashmere. Whereas with the other two, it's going to depend on, like, what I'm doing for the day, you know? So there's a variety there. There's a purpose for each of those. With this, it's like, there's no, I'm just going to choose, to be honest, the Cashmere. The original. There's pretty shades in this one, and the formula is great. So I guess it's just based on the color story is why I'm choosing the first one. So I guess if the color story didn't quite work for you, the first one, maybe this one would be the one you would want. But if the color story worked for you, it's like, you don't really need this one, to be honest. Just my opinion. We're going to go into the darkest shade now. And that's it. There's only one dark. I think maybe that's my... Well, there's only one dark in the first one, too. But I guess I could have left it with a mid-tone because the mid-tones in that one run a little darker. So I didn't necessarily have to go into the dark if I didn't want to. Or if I just wanted it to line my lash line or something, I could use it. Where this is the only darker shade in this palette. I don't know. Do you have both of them? Which one did you like more? Do you see a purpose in both of them? Because if you do, I'd love to know the purpose. And I figured the name would help me out. That's why it confused me. Because I don't... Like, I got the name of the other one. I get the meaning behind it. I don't get the meaning behind it. It's not that you have to understand the meaning, you know, to understand the color story, but it does help a little bit. I'm taking that first shade and going to run it under the lower lash line. At least in my opinion, it helps. And I'm not saying I didn't create a really pretty look, because again, I did. I like this look a lot. I feel like it's a good, quick, everyday look, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Okay. And like the shadows blend beautifully into one another. They blend out, they build, like the whole 9 yards for Viseart. It's in this palette. Same great formula. It really is. Going back into the first shade. It's just, I don't get it. And if I was looking at the two color stories and had to decide which one I wanted, I'm going to choose. I know wholeheartedly I'm going to choose the first one. Where with the other two, I could be like, well, I need that one for daytime, that one for night, this one for date night, this one for friends type of thing, you know? This is at least the way I feel about the palettes, the violet ones. And it's a shame because I really thought this was going to be the palette I liked the best, considering I really like the Cashmere palette. But we're going to go into this shade and pop it on the lid. But it didn't work out that way for me. And it's not, and like I said, I can create a lot of pretty looks using this palette. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the metallic shades they did put are pretty. I guess I don't, maybe it's one of these palettes that's just like, I don't know, like not an all-in-one palette for me. It's kind of like all mid-tone. With the exception of like the one darker shade, you know? And that's a me thing, that's a preference thing. We're going to go into this shade right here, and we're going to pop it in the inner corner. This is the, I mean, unless I was going to go into that gold maybe. This was the only shade I really thought would work here. And it just barely works. Again, do I mind if I had to use my highlighter? No. But I do like a palette that is functional by itself too, you know? In case I'm in a rush and I just want to grab a palette to go out the door or create a look. We're going to take that darkest shade and I'm going to line the top lash line and lower lash line. Because, I mean, you just never know. I could be in a hurry and think that I grab this one thinking it's an all-in-one and it's not. Now, will that ever happen? No. But it could. I'm not saying it couldn't. I don't know. There's just so many options. Ugh, messed up. On the market that, and not every palette is going to be for me, and I understand that also. So, as far as formula goes, like this is good formula. It's just, I don't think I quite needed the color story in my arsenal, I guess. But if you do, then this color story might be right up your alley. And the Cashmere palette, I still think you can get, to be honest. I don't think it's discontinued or it was limited edition or anything. So with that said, it's like I just don't see a need in this. Now, if that was limited edition or something, then I would understand. I use the Tarte Fake Awake in my waterline. And again, I do think this is an easy palette to just create any, everyday look with. I guess it's not fun. Maybe that's it. I'm trying to figure out the right wording, like the differences. I'm trying to see it in my head, But, and I like boring palettes, so it's like, because the Cashmere palette, it's boring too, let's be honest. But I still have fun. With this palette, I just didn't have fun. Like, it was great, it was easy to use, but I just didn't see the fun in it. Like, I guess not. I mean, if you didn't need a fun palette, then this would be perfect. But I do my makeup for fun. Even with boring neutral palettes, I want to have fun creating the look, And I just didn't get that out of this one. But that's okay. The color story is just not meant for me. And again, I get it. It doesn't have to be, by no means, meant for me. But if you like my preferences, this may not be meant for you either. And if I had to choose, like I said, go for the Cashmere. It's a nice palette. The original. I mean, this is a nice palette too, but you get what I'm saying at this point. And maybe I just haven't given it, like didn't use the, like maybe I needed to use like the green in it. Or the burgundy shade in order to get the fun out of it. But if you know me, you know I can have fun with pinks easily. Like, easily. We're going to use the Lash Clash in brown. Because, I mean, a boring look deserves a basic mascara. Even though this is not basic by no means, it does work phenomenal. I just didn't want the black to overpower the look. And it didn't. It worked out really well, this mascara did, with today's look. But did you all purchase these just out of curiosity? I truly think if you got the violet one, you're going to like it. I do. I think you're going to see a purpose for it and everything, like the whole 9 yards. But I don't think you're going to see a purpose in this one, unless you just didn't like the first one, and this one's more your color story, then maybe. But maybe if I understood the meaning of the palette too, that would help me. And then I could be like, oh, okay, I get it. And if you combine the two, I think it makes sense. But at the same time, I don't want to buy two palettes in order for either one to make sense. You know what I mean? So, with Violet, I'd say either one, both even. I would, you'll love them, not a problem. With the other one, I think go with the very first cashmere palette over the second one. So, recap: formula's good. It's boring, but I didn't have fun, and I like to have fun when I'm doing my makeup. But it still turned out pretty. That is the problem, because when it still creates a beautiful look, you kind of think you need it. But in reality, you can create this look with any palette. So, I would say skip this one. Buy the other one. Just my opinion now. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Which one was your favorite? Do you, or neither for that matter, just the same old stuff? Because Viseart does do that. But at the same time, they are different. A little bit. But that's all I have for you today. I hope this video helped in some way. I try not to ramble as much in this video. I hope you noticed. Obviously, it's not an hour long. Well, yeah, they're about an hour. But I started rambling. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, unless there's no releases. I keep looking at it, hoping I'm gonna like melt and fall in love with this look, you know, so I hate saying don't go buy something, you know, like skip it. It's not worth it, especially to a brand that I really enjoy. But I can't wholeheartedly say that with this. I just can't. Even though I love the brand. That sucks. But that's all I have for you today. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy out there. Bye.